When it comes to fitness, most people chase trends, new workout machines, complicated routines, or high-intensity challenges that promise fast results. But here's the truth. The most powerful habits for long-term health are often the simplest ones, and one of the most overlooked is adding isometric exercises to your routine. Isometrics are movements where you hold a position and keep your muscles under constant tension without moving. Think planks, wall sits, glute bridge holds, or push-up holds. At first, they might look too easy, but the moment you try holding a plank for 60 seconds or a squat hold until your thighs start burning, you realize just how tough and effective they really are. What makes isometric training so valuable is the way it prepares your body for the demands of everyday life. Carrying groceries, climbing stairs, standing in long lines, sitting at a desk, or lifting your kids, all of these daily tasks require endurance, stability, and joint support. Isometrics train exactly those qualities. They don't just build strength, they build resilience, teaching your body how to hold steady under pressure. That's why trainers call them the secret weapon for long-term fitness. For example, the plank is a full-body powerhouse. While you might feel it most in your abs, it's also strengthening your shoulders, your back, and your glutes, creating a rock-solid foundation that supports every other movement you make. A wall sit might look like a school gym exercise, but it builds endurance in your thighs, stabilizes your knees, and can protect you from injuries later in life. Side planks improve balance and work the smaller stabilizer muscles along your spine and core, which are essential for posture as you age. A glute bridge hold not only strengthens your lower back and hamstrings but also keeps your hips mobile and pain-free, which is critical because hip weakness is one of the main reasons older adults struggle with mobility. Even a simple push-up hold teaches your body how to stabilize your shoulders, chest, and arms while engaging your core. And here's the kicker. All of these can be done without equipment, in the comfort of your own home, in under 10 minutes a day. The accessibility is unmatched. You don't need a gym, you don't need weights, and you don't need a complicated routine. Yet the benefits last for decades. Fast forward 10 years. If you skip these exercises now, chances are you'll face the usual complaints: back pain from weak core muscles, knee trouble from unstable quads, or reduced mobility because your joints never got the stability training they needed. But if you commit today, even just a few minutes a day, you'll thank yourself in the future. Imagine yourself a decade from now. While many of your peers are struggling to keep up with their kids or dealing with stiffness and fatigue, you'll still be carrying groceries without a second thought, climbing stairs with energy, and moving with confidence. That's the power of isometrics. They give you strength that lasts. And it's not just physical. Holding a plank or squat position for a minute trains your mind just as much as your muscles. It forces you to develop patience, mental toughness, and focus, because the burn tempts you to quit but discipline keeps you holding on. This mind-body connection is one of the hidden superpowers of isometric training. And let's not forget the convenience. Whether you're traveling, working from home, or short on time, these moves fit seamlessly into your lifestyle. You can literally do them in your bedroom, living room, or even a hotel room. No excuses. Health isn't built by complicated programs or expensive equipment. It's built by consistent, smart habits that protect your future. 6 simple moves: plank, side plank, wall sit, glute bridge hold, squat hold, and push-up hold are enough to reshape the way your body ages. Skip them now, and you might regret it every time your back aches or your knees give out. But start today, and 10 years from now, you'll look back with gratitude that you chose the smarter path. Your future self is counting on you, and the good news is, it only takes minutes a day to change the next decade of your health story. The beauty of isometric exercises isn't just that they're effective, it's that they're ridiculously practical and adaptable to nearly any lifestyle. In a world where people constantly complain about not having enough time for fitness, isometrics remove every excuse. You don't need to block out an hour for the gym, you don't need expensive memberships, and you don't need to learn complicated routines. You can literally do a plank in your bedroom before bed, hold a wall sit while you're watching TV, or squeeze in a squat hold during a work break. That's the power of these movements. They fit seamlessly into real life. And yet, their benefits are so wide-reaching that they rival some of the most advanced strength programs. Think about it. Most people associate fitness with looking good in the mirror, but true health is about staying strong and mobile as you age. 10 years from now, when you're carrying your kids or grandkids, bending to pick something up, or climbing a flight of stairs, it won't be six-pack abs that make the difference. It'll be the endurance and stability you built with simple, consistent isometric training. One of the most underrated aspects of these exercises is their impact on joint health. As we age, joints tend to wear down, especially if they've been under stress from repetitive motion or heavy lifting. But because isometric training strengthens the muscles that support your joints without requiring movement, it's joint-friendly by design. Wall sits, for example, strengthen your quads and stabilize your knees, which can reduce the likelihood of knee pain in your 40s and 50s. Glute bridge holds keep your hips strong, which matters more than you might think. Hip weakness is one of the top reasons older adults lose mobility and independence. Even push-up holds protect your shoulders by training them to stay stable under load. So, when you invest just a few minutes in these static holds, you're essentially protecting your body from the wear and tear that derails so many people in midlife. And let's talk about mental health, because this is where isometrics quietly shine. Holding a tough position for 30, 60, or even 90 seconds isn't just about muscle, it's about grit. Your body starts shaking, your mind tells you to quit, but every second you push through, you're training resilience. That ability to stay calm and focused under discomfort carries over into every area of life. Stressful meeting at work. Long hours stuck in traffic. Challenging personal situation. The discipline you build in isometric training helps you face all of it with a stronger mindset. That's why many coaches say isometrics train both the body and the brain. It's not about flashy movements, it's about developing patience, persistence, and confidence. In a way, every plank or wall sit becomes a mental rehearsal for staying steady when life gets tough. Now here's the part that surprises people the most. You don't need a long workout to feel the difference. Just 10 minutes a day is enough to change how your body feels and performs. Imagine a simple routine: hold a plank for 45 seconds, rest, do a wall sit for 60 seconds, then a side plank for 30 seconds each side, a glute bridge hold for 60 seconds, a squat hold for 45 seconds, and finish with a push-up hold for 30 to 45 seconds. That's it. Less time than most people spend scrolling on their phone. Yet that small investment creates results you'll carry with you for years. Over time, you'll notice your posture improving, your core feeling stronger, and everyday movements becoming easier. The best part? You don't need to constantly progress in the traditional sense: heavier weights, faster times, longer runs. Instead, you just extend your holds gradually and focus on form. It's progress that feels sustainable, not overwhelming. Another huge advantage is how isometrics fight the effects of aging. As the years go by, muscle mass naturally decreases, bones lose density, and energy levels dip. That's why so many people in their 50s and 60s struggle with mobility, balance, and fatigue. But research shows that consistent strength training, even simple bodyweight holds, help slow down these effects. Isometrics in particular maintain muscle activation, protect joints, and build the type of stability that keeps you active later in life. Picture yourself a decade from now. Instead of feeling fragile or limited, you're still active, mobile, and independent. You can travel, play sports, or chase after your kids without feeling like your body is holding you back. That's the legacy isometric training gives you. It's not about looking good just for summer, it's about feeling good for life. Finally, let's address motivation, because the biggest barrier to health isn't knowing what to do, it's actually doing it. Most people fail because they set unrealistic goals, long gym sessions, strict diets, or routines that don't fit their lifestyle. Isometric exercises solve this problem because they're so simple and approachable. Anyone can start. If you're a beginner, you can hold each move for just 15 to 20 seconds. If you're advanced, you can hold longer or add variations. There's no pressure, no intimidation, and no special equipment needed. This makes it far easier to stay consistent, and consistency is the real secret to lasting health. Think about it. A decade from now, the difference between people who are fit and people who are struggling usually comes down to consistency, not intensity. By choosing isometrics today, you're choosing a path that's sustainable, realistic, and future-proof. So here's the bottom line. 6 simple isometric exercises: plank, side plank, wall sit, glute bridge hold, squat hold, and push-up hold are small habits with huge payoffs. Ignore them now, and you'll likely face the same aches, pains, and regrets that so many people deal with later in life. Start them today, and you'll be stronger, steadier, and more confident a decade from now. Health isn't about what you do once in a while, it's about what you do consistently. And few habits are as simple, powerful, and lasting as isometric training. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let them down.